You've seen her before. Maybe you didn't stop to think about it. Maybe you just scrolled past like millions of others do every single day. But something about her stood out. The confidence, the presence, the way she seems completely in control of the attention she gets. And that's exactly where this story begins. Because Marie Bunny isn't just another Instagram creator. She's part of a new generation of digital personalities who understand something most people do. Attention is power. And when used correctly, it becomes income. At first glance, her content might seem simple. Photos, short videos, playful captions. But look closer and you start to notice patterns. Calculated choices. A clear identity. Nothing is random. Everything is intentional. And that's what separates people who post from people who build. Long before the followers, before the likes, before the attention. There was just a decision. A decision to show up. To put content out there, even when nobody was watching. That's where most people quit. Because in the beginning it's quiet. No validation. No audience. No proof that what you're doing will work. But that's the phase that defines everything. And Marie Bunny pushed through it. Instead of trying to appeal to everyone, she focused on becoming unforgettable to a specific audience. That's a strategy most people misunderstand. They think success comes from being liked by everyone. But online, success comes from being recognized instantly. And she built that recognition through consistency, through repetition, through identity. Every post reinforced the same message. Confidence, boldness, playfulness. Over time, that message became her brand. And once a brand is established, growth becomes easier. Because people don't just follow content. They follow familiarity. There's something else happening beneath the surface too. Something psychological. People are drawn to transformation. Not just physical, but emotional and personal transformation. The sense that someone has evolved. That they've stepped into a version of themselves that feels powerful. That kind of energy attracts attention. And attention fuels growth. But growth alone isn't the goal. Because views don't pay. Likes don't pay. Followers don't pay. Unless you know how to convert them. And this is where the real shift happens. Marie Bunny didn't just build an audience. She built a system. A system designed to turn curiosity into engagement. And engagement into income. This is what separates creators who stay stuck from creators who scale. Think about it. Every piece of content has a purpose. Not just to be seen, but to lead somewhere. A profile visit, a follow, a deeper connection, and eventually, a transaction. This is the creator economy most people don't see. Behind every viral post, there's strategy. Behind every aesthetic, there's positioning. Behind every casual upload, there's intention. And once you understand that, everything changes. You stop seeing content as random. You start seeing it as structure. Another key part of her rise is consistency. Not just posting often, but maintaining identity. Because inconsistency confuses the audience. And confusion kills growth. But clarity builds momentum. When someone lands on her profile, they immediately understand what they're getting. There's no guessing. No mixed signals. Just a clear, repeatable experience. That's powerful. Because in a world full of noise, clarity stands out. But there's also a cost to this kind of visibility. The more attention you gain, the more people have opinions, the more you're watched, the more you're judged. And not everyone can handle that. Being seen by thousands, or even millions, comes with pressure, expectations, criticism, and sometimes, misunderstanding. But here's the reality. Visibility always comes with a trade-off. You gain influence, but you lose privacy. You gain opportunity, but you face scrutiny. And yet, for those who understand the system, it's worth it. Because the upside is massive. We're living in a time where individuals can build personal brands. Without traditional gatekeepers. No studios. No agencies. No approvals, just content and consistency. And Marie Bunny is part of that shift. A shift where creators become businesses, where attention becomes currency, where identity becomes income. But what makes this even more interesting is how repeatable the formula is. This isn't luck, it's structure. Find a niche, create a strong identity, stay consistent, engage your audience, monetize attention. It sounds simple, but simple doesn't mean easy. Because most people don't stick with it long enough to see results. They stop too early. They doubt too quickly. They compare themselves to others, instead of focusing on their own growth. But the ones who stay, the ones who keep going, they eventually break through. And when they do, everything changes. Opportunities appear. Income grows. Influence expands. But none of that happens without the foundation. And that's the part people don't see. The early days. The quiet posts. The slow growth. That's where the real work is. And that's what makes stories like this important. Because they show what's possible. Not just for one person, but for anyone willing to learn the system. So the next time you scroll past a creator like Marie Bunny, pause for a second. Look beyond the surface. Because what you're seeing isn't just content. It's strategy. It's branding. It's business. And whether people realize it or not, this is the future. A world where individuals build influence from their phones. A world where attention drives opportunity. A world where content becomes currency. And in that world, the ones who understand the game win. So the real question isn't just, who is Marie Bunny? The real question is, do you understand what she's doing? And how powerful it actually is? Because once you do, you'll never look at social media the same way again.